Hello? My mic wasn't picking up for some reason. Is this better? Hello? Let me just pop on over to our drawing screen. I'm not feeling great today, so it's been kind of hard to convince myself to, do much of anything, but, I figured, we could play a game, chill out, do some science here, and that wouldn't be so bad. I wanted to figure this out before stream to get a look for me, but it's cutting into stream time, so I thought maybe we should just, get to it. BLS outfit? I don't know what that means. Bureau of Labor Statistics, yeah. I want to do that. How's this? How are we looking here? It's just, like, my options are pretty limited. Also, I wish I could dye this shirt, because I feel like that would be just right, but we cannot. So, we're chilling. We're gonna have a chill time here. What I want to do is fuck, I can't think. My brain is like so shot today, and I don't know why. I just woke up feeling like, well, fuck. What we're going to do today is, you may be familiar with AnyAustin on YouTube. I feel like he's kind of blown up lately. He does a series of labor statistics throughout video games, and I thought it would be fun to do the same thing in Infinity Nikki. And we can go to the major city and count people. I should have started a spreadsheet before getting into this. I feel rough. I feel like I'd rather just play the game and not have a conceit to it. But I will at least maintain that bare minimum. What am I looking for? I want a shirt. I want to wear some clothes that represent our status. I can't even get a lab coat going. So I'm really, out of my comfort zone in terms of that. I liked what I had before. Where is it? This isn't bad. Yeah, do this. And do I want a skirt? Does Nikki want a skirt? I don't really like wearing skirts. It makes me uncomfortable. How's this? Okay. Accessories. I did dye my hair, which I like. I don't want any of this. We'll keep the question mark, I guess. Do I want... I have a watch on, but it doesn't show. I dyed these gloves for us because they look nice and scientific. They've got the little navigation symbols on them. How close can I get to my glasses? This is about it. We don't care about this. A bag? No. Big bow. I haven't also signed in a decent while. So that's a whole thing. There's like been mechanics added since we little guy. We should have little guy. I can do that. But there's been mechanics added since I started this game. Or since I logged in. I logged in like the day they were added, and then there was a bunch of bugs and stuff, and I didn't come back, and it wasn't loading on my other device that I play it on, so it's been kind of hard. I love Little Guy. It's a little hard. The backpack adds so much. We'll do Little Guy. I love Little Guy. Let me see where else we're at. That's gonna be annoying. Necklace. Maybe I can fake having a tie with this. Does this match? No, not at all. But it is yellow. Can I, would that, dyeing that help? I can dye some of these. Bow tie? Big bow tie? That has so many colors that dyeing it would be a pain and probably cost a lot of currency. This isn't happening. We'll do this, even though it looks dumb. It works just enough to satisfy me. Maybe if I futz with the shoes. I can make them, yeah, I can pretend that that works. Where are my gloves? If I change the black, hello. It's really bad at zooming on the gloves, that's cool. Okay, if I do this, I can pretend that it all matches, and that's fine by me. And, hats. I've got that hat, that's a good one. Science Brigade hat. This is definitely our most science-y hat, so I guess we're doing that. We could also do another pair of glasses. Or Shark Witch. Okay, let's just... Where'd you go? Where'd it go? We'll do that. Yay! This is me. Oops. Sorry. So the plan now is I'm going to make a spreadsheet of everyone in this town. They, for the most part, have names, I think. And we're gonna decide if they are employed or unemployed. And then we will calculate the total employment of our good town of Florawish. And then I guess if we want, we can go to Stoneville. The abandoned district? No. I don't know how familiar people are with Infinity Nikki, but we will get into it. Children don't count, but to the other sentient creatures. Okay. Probably not. Unless they have decided to move to Florawish, because this other sentient creatures, in large part, have their own hometowns. That, means, like, including them in the survey wouldn't be accurate to, Florawish alone. So let me get my handy-dandy little spreadsheet up here. I also have a screenshot that I can draw on to, like, cross things off if I want. Let me get this up so that I can see chat while I do it. and do spreadsheeting. Okay. And then I guess we just start here, huh? Okay, so there's a few different kinds of NPCs. There's this type who just walks around and adds ambiance, but they don't have names. And then there's ones with names that you can talk to. And then there's ones without names that you can talk to. Relieved grandma and joyful woman. And I'm not sure how I want to handle that. Austin, who we're stealing this idea from, I believe would just would just count them all, right? Because he just does it based on like who's there. Or should we just not count people without names? I'm moving my notes to Clip Studio so that I can actually see what they are. There we go. Make this. Now I can, you guys won't see it, but I can mark people off on the map. I could maybe include that as a little corner thing. I don't know. He doesn't count if they're obviously tourists too. That's true. But I feel like that will be easier than ones that are like passing through but not tourists. Hold on a second. Oh, where did I go? Oh, I have to keep this. Okay, things can't be. Yeah. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll add a quick little min map for us to work with. Okay, so I'll keep that in the corner and I will mark it off as we get around town. My God, I'm already so stressed. I also have to keep so many windows open at once. OBS, spreadsheet, Clip Studio Paint, back to infinity, Nikki. Tokar, what's your deal? Volunteer Tokar from the Stylist Guild at your service. If you have any questions about warp spires, just ask me. What about you, Tokar? Mr. Tokar, what else do you do besides maintaining the warp spire? I read the warp spire maintenance manual, discuss maintenance insights with volunteers from other divisions, and of course use the warp spire. I'm not a very talented stylist, but I do my help to help everyone. Do my best to help everyone. Is there anything else you want to know? Thank you. That sounds like employment. He did say he was a volunteer. But like he maintains like that's a if he's not employed, he's still like doing this as a job. So I'm gonna say employed. I think he's good on that. Oh, this spreadsheet sucks. Okay. Thanks, Tokar. Let's go to Joyful Woman and oh yeah, spoilers for the main plot of Infinity Nikki, I guess. I should have made a little animation. Well, I didn't give you any time. They give me no indication that they are employed or unemployed, but also they are outside the Stylist Guild, which is like town square. Oh god, we also have to come back here at night. Fuck. The woman, the elderly woman, she's a relieved grandma, so I'm gonna say she's elderly and not applicable. The joyful woman? I don't know. I really don't know. I gotta call it. She gives me employed vibes. If she's not employed, then she's, she's not employed, then she's, not looking for work, because, like, she seems like she has a decent amount. She can take care of herself, and she's wearing high heels, so I call that employment. We're going around this building. What did I change my outfit? Oh, I made a rainbow. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. Where's the button for... Okay, there we go. I just want to be science. You are just waiting here with flowers. I don't know if you used to say something. No, you don't have a name over your head. You look employed. I don't know. Why am I, like, the goddess of shit again? I don't know, dude. This is already so hard. Should we just do named people first? Fuck. I gotta mark him on the map, though, because we're not gonna remember that he's here. Fuck, this is rough. What do I want to do? Guy with flowers. Unnamed. Adult? I guess he might be delivering the flowers. If he's not, then he's waiting for his partner. Or like his crush so he can give her the flowers. He bought the flowers. So we're gonna call him employed. I think he has money and shit to do. He's got a life. It's not like unemployed vibes. That's an employed man. Now, Bono, what's your deal?
Then let's get to work.
Bono, what's your deal? Once I grasp the true essence of cool, I'll become the new sovereign of cool. Her talent is undeniable, but she leads a group of bullies who go around stealing sketches from other stylists. Sooner or later, I'll defeat her and become the true sovereign of cool, bringing benefits to everyone. Are you also chasing after what's cool? You know, that's not employed behavior, my man. That's ambition, certainly, to become the sovereign of cool. But I know Adarina, and she kind of just robs people at night. She's awesome, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that I would call her employed. What are you up to? You know what I could also do is if I turn down my graphics settings, these people won't even show up. That's a child. And we'll call you children. We'll call you 2 children. And okay, you know what? I'm not including the unnamed people. It's not an option. There's too many of them. And they're just there. If your settings are high enough, can I like specifically scene details? No, fuck. Okay. I know on my other device, which is much worse graphics, that this is not an issue. They depend on graphic settings. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, they're... You know what? We're not including people without a name over their head or that you can't talk to or overhear. They don't count. So we're getting rid of the guy with the flowers. but we're keeping the relieved grandma and her over there. What about you two? Persistent Stonewoods villager. Okay, you don't count. Because you're not from Stoneville. And then persistent Florawish town folk. You are... Cut it out. You do this every time we meet, but my wife has never come back to see me. I have to see the silver... Okay, whatever. Promise that... You know what? They're probably both old. In which case, if I'd be able to participate in the erosive blessing and my daughter would return home more frequently. I haven't seen her in ages. Oh, he's teaching... This guy teaches you how to wave, and this guy teaches you how to bow with your fingers out. Is that what I'm getting? I don't remember. Okay. You're elderly. You don't count. Pensioners, yeah. My god, I have so much mail. Hold on. What? Ooh, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Should we do a little gambling? We can. Where is that? Here? We can do this gambling, which is permanent, and I don't feel bad about picking something. How'd we do? Nothing new. Doctor's not good at gambling. It's true. I leave it to little guy. Jack, how are you doing? Also, while I'm here, let me mark these people off. So we're saying we're not counting the people without names. And I'm just gonna put little red dots for people, just so we know where they are and we can keep track. So we're in this area right now. We've got these two people here. We've got Tokar. We're not counting this guy. We're not counting these guys. And then there's something like that. Right? What's happening here? Oh, and then these guys don't count because they don't have names. Okay, so there's just the three of them. Oh, my brush is so big. That's not right. Duh, duh, duh. Okay. I need a different brush. It's a hard day for the brain, you know? Okay. Does not count. These two count. These three count. These two don't count. This guy counts. These two don't count. These two do count. Okay. I could also do this instead of the spreadsheet. If I did it by color, that might... Whatever. We're not here for organization. We're here for video gaming. Jack, what's your deal? I think you're a child. Yeah. Yeah, you're a child. Also, I think you, like, challenged me to a duel. Not applicable. Ah! What about you? You are Legrand and Jiller. Oh, they're part of the local gangs. I think they're both employed. I can't remember what the ebony scissors are like. Hold on. Ebony scissors. After reaching creative, I want to destroy sketches. I guess that's employed. Oh god, we have to come back at night too. I. Oh. If they're stylists, are they like inherently employed? I don't really know. Like, a stylist is like both a hobby and a job and a ritual importance. And I'm not really sure. Hi, Onion! Welcome, welcome. What the it's moving fast. The sun. Jesus. Why? I guess they're both employed. We're gonna call stylists employed. They're both employed adults. They don't count because they don't have names. Should we go inside here, or should we save buildings for later? But like, we're right here. We'll save buildings for later. This man's employed. Thank you, Silvo. I don't even need to talk to you. Self-employed? Yeah, like, I don't think they're looking, but they are making some kind of change, right? I need more monitors for this. This is like a 4-monitor problem. They talk about the 3-body problem. They don't talk enough about the 4-monitor problem. So that's this guy here. Okay. Silvo, you're employed. We'll come down here later. We'll do the square first because there's a lot of people here. Matilda, you are employed, though you're also a child, but that's fine. Adult, employed. You're hawking your wares. Thank you for my little fit. I made it myself. They don't count because they don't have names. He doesn't count because he doesn't have a name. They don't count. She counts, even though she's a child. I don't know. I feel like around here, you could be 18. And getting your stuff together. Fresnay, I don't know what your deal is. You look old. Are you enjoying your stay in Florawish? Woven bow knots and wish bottle accessories are local specialties. You can find them at my granddaughter Padra's boutique. Family's been in this business since the Reconstruction era. Even Mayor Liliana once wore wish bottle earrings from her store. Everyone wears wish bottle accessories, hoping that the wishing one will hear our wishes. It's beautiful when anchor spirits. Haha, my Padre always mixes up anchor with ankle. Okay. I guess she's employed. It's a family business. I think she's training Padre. And I think that counts. She could retire any minute. And and maybe she will, but she has not yet. This is Matilda. And then there's this guy, and then there's 3 children, and then there's that guy there. Sanpez, what's your deal? Whimscotch is an excellent place to learn about styling. I'm Sanpez, and I volunteer at the Stylist Guild. Would you like to see our Whimscotch? What made you volunteer to manage the Whimscotch? That goes back to my childhood. The Whimscotch helped introduce me to the world of styling. Now I want to return the favor by helping others learn about styling through it. I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. He's volunteering. We're running into this issue a lot, is anyone who works for the Stylist Guild is technically a volunteer. So they're expected to have another job. But they're also, like, not looking. I think in the world of the game, what the fuck is going on with the flowers in the background? Holy shit. Those are rainbow-ass flowers. I think they're employed. Like, he's doing a job, even if he's not getting paid for it. And he's able to, like, participate in his hobbies. So he is employed. These children, I don't know what... those are children. So I'm gonna say whimscotch child. You can talk to them, but they don't have names. So we'll do child, NA. They're making child noises. That's the other thing about this game, is if you just wait. I should probably turn the sound up, actually. I'm, like, not working with technology today. I can't... My hands do things on buttons, and they don't translate into what I want. Hello there, are you here to try the Surprise-O-Matic? What are you up to? As long as I keep trying, got those rare outfits, sooner or later, no one can be unlucky forever. This is unemployed behavior, my man. Seeing is essential. He's standing here. What this guy is doing. Desktop audio is in fact muted. You're correct. What this guy is doing is he is standing at this gacha machine, pulling forever to get rare outfits, and he has no luck, and he's never anywhere else. He's only here, and it doesn't work out for him. So that's... I'm sorry, man. You're unemployed. You're unemployed. Maybe you don't want to be employed, but for our purposes, you're unemployed. Oh, I forgot these two. Shay and Kriti. That red top is too flashy with those green pants. Don't you think you look like a lamp chili with legs? Isn't that much better? There must be a reason for the lamp chili's red and green combination. Stop talking. Let's look at the next one. They are stylists. I don't know if... I'm also counting them as young adults. I think they're probably... I don't know, they look like... You're not giving me a lot to work with here. The other thing, though, is I know the time cycle of this game, and they are never anywhere else. This is all they do. Though I guess that's true for everyone here. You know, that doesn't strike me as employed. We're calling them unemployed. They may be stylists, but are they doing any styling? That's the question. How's our map going? These two on the stairs, that guy over there. Okay. Okay, you don't have a name. There's Nonoi. She is employed. I know that about her. Does she tell us that, though? She works with the mayor? I don't remember. Or is she? I think she... I'm sorry, no, it's been a little bit since I played the game.
Sun's gone down. Time for a nighttime adventure.
We'll call her employed. If not by gainful employment, then by like saving the world a little bit. Clementa, I don't know. You're a historian, right? Yeah, you're employed. You two don't have names. Your children don't have names. Hello! Oh my god. This is already so complicated. Okay, attentive lady. Subtle lady. There's no way to tell from their conversations. Though they are giving advice to a younger man, which I believe, you know, that seems representative to me of they probably have their lives together a little bit, and they're giving advice to this younger man who is maybe unemployed, maybe employed. He's the hard one. I think the two women are employed. I think the young man, he's only concerned about love right now. I think he's in education. We're calling him unemployed. Maybe not applicable? We're calling him unemployed. Alright, let me... This is a lot going on. We've got Nonoy, we've got Clement, we've got these three. You don't count, you don't count. You don't count, you don't count. Right? Yeah, no, it's the chair. You don't count. You don't count. Sorry? Let's do the outdoors people. You don't count. Timito, you are employed. Thank you. Yalubo, you are not from here. You, only do business here. Faye, not a child, not applicable. Layla, you're employed. Let's see. Let's go. There's a lot. I'm kind of realizing how big this problem is. It's a big problem. Also, it's nighttime. I think we should make it daytime again. Just real quick. Okay. Now, here's where the map comes in useful. So Laylo is here. Bellabo's here. Tomito's here. Let's go... These are all shops, and I think they will be promised... Oh, God. Laurent, I missed. Because it was nighttime. Laurent, you are definitely employed. Where are we on the map? We are there. Here? Yeah. So I had Tomito's location wrong. Whatever. Basically the same. None of you count, because you only show up when the graphic settings are high enough. You three do count. What are you up to? Buy on the shopping list. That's an employed person. Unemployed people can have a hardworking woman. That's absolutely an employed woman. And then I'll just buy it with some blings. Give me the blings, I'll go pick for you. This man said nothing, did nothing. We're calling him unemployed. You gotta show me, though he does have, a nice hat. He looks like he should be working, but isn't. He doesn't even have a name. Unnamed man, but he does have an arrow over his head. You're unemployed. You're the unemployed, like, boyfriend of one of these two girls. Okay. You don't count. You count. Ridley, you count. Hardworking woman bought him hat. Yeah. Adult, you're employed because you sell things. They don't count, they don't count. You do not count. Let's hop into some shops. Oh god, you weren't here like 2 minutes ago. You two are a child, and what is going on with the flowers? It's kind of awesome. Energetic child, not applicable. NA. Helpless father. I don't know. I think you're employed. I would call him employed. He has a child.
Ah.
If he's not, then he's a stay-at-home dad. And someone else is employed for them. Unless Florawish has, like, a communist society that I don't, wasn't aware of, because there's, like, so much money involved. Word boy. Okay. Yeah, they are, reaping the fallout of my, like, exposing the evil of a man they loved. 2 children. Child. 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 They are not applicable. Update our map a little bit. We are currently... They were here, and these children are here. Let me make these nice and clean really quick. What is that noise? Hello? Hi! Okay. You don't count. You don't count. You count. Newsreading youth, aspiring youth. They're not even stylists. So... I guess they're children. They are of employment age, though. but they're definitely aspiring youth is code for jobless. Okay, yeah. And with his employed friend, or this kid is employed, even though he doesn't have a name. Okay. Lively child and serious father. Sometimes a kid has such employed energy, he doesn't need a name. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say newspaper kid. Child. That's an employed child. Or he's making side money. What do kids call it? Pocket money? Allowance? Lively child. You're not applicable because you're a baby. The father is either employed or his partner's employed or a serious father reading job ads. What is he? Can I zoom in on this at all? No, there's no texture or anything on it. I think he's reading something. Look at his shoes. Okay. Those shoes, those are workman's shoes. Or possibly, like Oxfords. Really beat up Oxfords. This is a working man. I know everyone in this town is one of like 5 character models. That's an employed man. Okay. Loya, I don't remember being here. Look at my doll, isn't it cute? Woke up on my birthday and found it inside the tent. Last year I spent my birthday escaping from home. My mother was still alive then. Oh my god! And she promised I'd get a gift I'd like on my next birthday. Even though I'm alone now, I have this doll to keep me company. I'll cherish it and take it home with me. You're an orphan. So I'm gonna call you not applicable. Delphisi, I can tell you're employed. Thank you for your employment. Elderly, employed. Let's get you down on the map. Where are we? Exactly? We are outside here. So dupe, elbows, this one, and that child. Cool. Oh, and the child and dad. I'm surely forgetting people. I said I would hop into some of these buildings. And here we go. Laurent, you're employed. Can I go in here? No. Let's hit the Stylist Guild. It is a guild. Does that help anything? That's so sad. Yeah, like, I'm pretty the fun part about this is I know I like did quests, I think, to help her get that doll and like save her. I don't remember doing it at all. Dada, you are employed. Thank you for your employment. Esty and Amelia, what have you got? Looking for something casual and practical, you have a touch of class and dignity. How about this one? Well, it seems like something is missing. Can you tell me what you think is missing? Could be more understated, yet still luxurious. Should be both subtly elegant and captivating. They are dressing up as employed people. It's hard to tell if that counts as employed. There was one point I said anyone who is a stylist is employed or has something to fall back on. But I don't know. These two, will give it to them. They seem like they know what they're doing. There will be some stylists where I'm like, you are unemployed and your whole life is your hobby. None of you count. You're not employed. Or not... You have no names. The Dada's here. These two are here. And then you don't count. You two do count. Quizzing lady. And, do you know about the 8? Of course, they were the first stylists. That kind of question can't stop me. Come on, another one. Alright, please name each member of the 8. Huh? Quiz answering girl. They also look... I don't know. Is it a Saturday? What day is it? Wealthy heirs without jobs. Also a good point. Probably the most active stylists are people who have money and do not need to spend it on other things. This child, not applicable. This adult, however, I like her. Students, I think, you know, that's fair. We'll give them both not applicable. These two ladies may be unemployed or also not applicable because they're wealthy. But they may be funding their own hobbies. It's completely possible. We'll mark 2 people elsewhere to make up for them. So those 2 were here. And now we're upstairs and talking to these 2 ladies. Winta and Kino. Your opponent for the styling duel is very skilled. Have you already prepared your outfit? I'm ready. Look, my top is made of lamp bloom fabric. Isn't it shiny? It is, and the subtle patterns are truly eye-catching. If I were your opponent, I'd be nervous. Also, the bottom was dyed several times with starlit plums. Doesn't the color look richer? Got a lot of guts. Looks like Southtown is set to notch another win today. I don't know. That sounds employed to me. Like, they might be... Like, it sounds like they're making their own clothes. It's either a hobby or they're students. I know nothing of this game, so I don't know if stylists make money. Not sure if they count as freelancers or something. It's a club. Anyone can be a stylist, but you're also expected to have another job. But like very professional stylists will make that their entire life. You also have to have magic to being a stylist, which is why Nikki is special, because she has a lot of magic in her. So being a stylist is a hobby, right? And has no bearing on whether you are employed, except for the fact that you need money in order to make the clothes to be a stylist. However, stylist can also be like competitive to the point where it could be like a sport league, in which case you could be employed as like a performer of the way like an Olympic athlete would be. I'm gonna call these 2 employed. I'm gonna swap the other ones downstairs to not applicable because they are students. And that evens out to me. Lightning McQueen stylist? Yeah. Stylist sponsorships. That's a real thing, I think. BB is essentially employed. She like sets up all of the guild activities. The thing is, like, I don't know, I'm torn because they're explicitly volunteers, right? But, like, they're not getting paid by the guild, but the guild has a lot of money. And people spend they're not doing things outside of working for the guild, right? This might be like a functionally moneyless society. Violetta, do you count as employed? If you want to participate in the Mirror Crown styling contest, please go backstage. She tells you her whole purpose is to stand here and help people sign up for the styling contests, which are through this portal, which is insane, but she looks employed. I actually don't think I'm gonna call her employed. This is a pretty, like, it's really hard. I'm calling her unemployed in this case. She has a job, but is she employed? Exactly. All she does is stands here and points people to this portal. She's helping them, but like, I don't think she's paid to be here. I think she just does it. Also immortal? I don't think she is. She just knows her history, maybe? Dutalate and Fuso. You look like students, but also you're stylists, which means your clothes change all the time. What did I say? Fuso? I'll give you another chance. Think before you speak. Oh, very, very good. Okay, they're young. And I would call them novices, even. Oh. If this is a moneyless society, then being paid doesn't indicate employment. Also true. Some people are paid, though. Some things are... It just feels like... Okay, maybe not a moneyless society, but like a society where no one has to pay rent or utilities and food is essentially free. So you maybe... but you still have to pay, like if you go to the shop, they will ask for money. You have to pay for things that you enjoy that aren't normally available. A leisure society, yeah. So being like okay. These two are adults. I think they're unemployed. Or they're novices in this case. They might have stuff going on outside of this, except also I know that they're here all the time just to do this, but whatever, that's fine. They can be here. LeBron and Forchetta. Yeah, Forchetta. What the fuck was that? I'm finally your pen pal friend. I've always been fond of you. What? I love your outfit. The color and style are perfect, elegant, yet playful. It's so delightful. It's my lifelong request. Could you please? What? Come and shop at Mark's boutique with me? Whose voice is that? Is that you over there? There's like a deep voice that doesn't seem to be coming from one of these two, or if it is, then I've misjudged their gender. We're gonna give these people the honor of being... We're gonna call LeBron is employed and seems to be a role model. Forchetta is not applicable. I'm making this up, but to me, Forchetta is what am I looking for? Ambitious, but still young, and probably has other stuff going on first. Maybe school. LeBron, however, maybe does this professionally and is not way up the ranks yet, but is happy to be friends with Forchetta and guide them a little bit. So that's a few more people. We've got the lady here. We've got BB. Got these two, and these two. There you go. The placing on that is completely inaccurate. That's fine. It's just to make sure we know that we did them. Let's leave. Goodbye. Sugar baby. I don't know about that. These pants are really bothering me. They're getting kind of itchy. Let me... I would like different pants. How are we feeling? Yeah, we'll go with this. Or like trash pants. But no, I think we're good. Okay. We got all of them. Now we need to go into the other buildings around here. How old are my pants? I've never thought about it. Older? Good question. Mark's Boutique. So there will be Marcus June. Is it Marquez? Marks? Mark? You are... Are you a child? I'll call you a child. You are employed, though. How's Grandpa Marks? Mark... Oh, Grandpa Mark's also employed. Adult, employed. Marquez? Okay. Let's get... Please let me leave. Hello? There we go. Thank you. You three don't count. You three don't count, so it's just Marquez. Where are we? Where? We are here. Boop. Oh, now you have names? Now you children have names? You don't count. Okay. You three were there already. You... Okay, so that's the only place we can go inside. I think we can walk around a bit. Vino and Paletta. Paletta, I'm allowing you to be employed. I think you do all the posters around here and stuff, and that's cool. Is the doll on your shoulder a Moogle? It's not. It's just a bear. But it's cute. Oops, I made a rainbow again. I should really change this to something that doesn't take a long-ass animation. Yeah, let's do that. We'll be the trans jaunt. Okay, what are you two up to? Long-term contract with people of Stonewall, business is thriving. Okay, so you are definitely employed. Letta is joyfully pursuing her dreams, so I'm dedicating myself to earning more to secure a brighter future for us both. Okay, Paletta is actually unemployed, being funded by that guy, so we're gonna call her not applicable. Fino, you're absolutely employed. You are a business owner. The balloons I thought were a Moogle bonbon, that's completely reasonable. Where are we? Exactly. We are down here. So that's these two. Okay. Now we're running over here. Oh god, there's so many people. Seretti, what have you got going on? So soft and fluffy, this warmth feels like I'm really touching them. Thank you. I don't know what I did for you, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've seen them up close. I never noticed all these little details before. Oh. Did I not finish this skirt or something? This quest? Or, I guess I'll do this for you. Oh, there she goes. Okay, that was a new quest that happened. Okay. You know what? You gave that she bribed me. I'm happy to give her a job for that. I'm happy to call her employed for that. Oh my god. I'm getting tutorials out of this. Okay, what are you two doing? Quiet woman. What? An excited woman. The names seem more Spanish Portuguese than French based on my very little knowledge. That's interesting. I never really thought about it. You two ladies? This is not employed behavior, but it is also like, I could absolutely see them working really hard all day and then like going to a host club. I'll call one of them unemployed and one employed. How's that? Your children, you don't count. Avaro, you are employed, I think. Yeah, he works here, I believe. You weren't here before. Where are we on the map? Hold on. So, that's that one. She was there, now she's not. These two ladies. And that is the cutest creature. Do you guys know... oops. Are you aware of, how, oops. Oh! There you go. This is a central mechanic of this game. These three people got lively youth. We've got mature man. He sounds employed. An honest lady. So this guy's employed because he's an asshole. Honest lady may or may not be employed. There's honestly no way to tell. Lively youth? Also, no way to tell. Honest youth, looks employed as hell though. That's like either a student or an employed person. So we'll give you employment. Congratulations. You got the job. Lady, you could just be out like, oops, sorry, hold on. You could just be out doing your own thing. To even this out, we're gonna call you unemployed. Or no, we're gonna call it not applicable. You don't seem stressed about it, and I appreciate that. Oops. So Alt Tab. Where are we on the map? This is hard. We're still here. So these three are here. Okay. How are we? The lively youth. All my messages delayed, don't worry about it. Employed as a TA. He does look like a TA, absolutely. You two don't count. You are employed as hell, even though you don't have a voice. Or a name. Painter lady. Employed. You're welcome. You two. Well, let me... You are there. And then you two are here. How are you doing? All the coma victims woke up. I have insider info. An outsider stylist uncovered a huge conspiracy. An outsider stylist? It's not something you talk about in public. Come closer, I'll tell you all about it. Gossip? Very employed behavior, in my opinion. The place I experience gossip the most is at work. I hope little guy and I aren't too loud in the lab. Nah, it's fine. This is unfair also because this lady looks exactly like the lady I said was just not applicable. What the fuck? I think there's a new child in my house. Okay. Well, if she has insider info, we'll call her employed, because I don't know where that's from. The other one will even out. You're unemployed. Just to make it easy on ourselves. Attente. Oh, Kai is showing me his new mech suit. Okay. That's fun. I want to see that when I'm done. You are a hobbyist historian. I respect that enough that I'm calling you employed. Though he's really- actually, no. I'm thinking of Sasado. Or Chato? Chato is the very employed one. Because he's a historian. However, Atente just is beating himself up incredibly for missing out on a very easy, video game. So that's unemployed as hell. Though he is wearing suspenders, which I respect. Maybe we'll call him not applicable. Maybe that's okay. Ooh, okay. You two don't count. Ochano, what's up? I think you are retired. What's your deal? The heart grows softer. Lately I can't stop thinking about my son. If we hadn't both been so stubborn, things might have turned out differently. Little rascal did well for himself. He's actually a guard now. Alright then, as long as he's doing well, I'm happy. Okay, not applicable. Where are we on the map? We went around. Okay. So now we're down here. So, gotta mark off. How did we get here? Let me go back to that guy. Okay, I see where we are. So, doop doop. And this guy? Elena, you are employed. Congratulations. Maestro, also employed. You look a little bit like P.F. Tompkins. Just a little bit. More from a distance. Forget I said anything. Elena, this guy. Getting the hang of this. There was another woman over- oh, it's gotten late. Hold on. You know what that means. Boop. You two, you look employed. One of you has gloves. You're absolutely employed. Oh, and you're weary? That's... I almost wrote employed man. That's how employed you are. Oops, that's not where you are. You two are there. Okay, so now we're back there. You don't count. You don't count. You don't count. To Sarah? I must be- if these are real names, I am botching all of them, and I'm so sorry. Elderly. Wow, the craftsmanship of your clothing has been weaving my whole life. You are employed. Mana, what about you? Seen the animated poster so many times. Can't help come here every day to soak up all the event info, honestly. Okay, come to the right girl if you're a thrill seeker. Blah blah blah. I'm the Encyclopedia of Leisure and Entertainment. That's not employed. It's hard to tell. You are of employment age, I would say. I might have to split my child category into employable and unemployable. None of you people count. And that's okay. It's okay that you don't have a name. That's... I'd be putting on airs, man. Putting on airs. Okay, so that was over there. That's that lady and this lady. Now we're over here. What, you two don't count. You two don't count. You don't count. You two don't count. You don't count. You don't count. They don't count. Okay, no one here counts. Back onto the ground. Vivace is a child? Really frustrated, Nikki, when the adults start respecting my plant knowledge and suggestions as much as you do. I've already told them that the Starlit plum juice stains easily, so they should handle it with care. Also, the aroma lily is dormant at night and only blooms during the day. Growing plants requires a great deal of knowledge. If you're interested, you should read 100 Questions About Plant Cultivation. I think that's a book that this child wrote. This is an employed child. She could easily rest on the laurels of her parents, and like it doesn't seem like she needs money. She seems taken care of. However, she's using that comfort to write knowledge. Am I gonna be able to follow the story of Infinity Nikki if I haven't played Infinity -1 Nikki, Infinity -2 Nikki, Infinity -3 Nikki, Infinity -4 Nikki? Yeah, you'll be fine. That old man, not employed, or not applicable. Where on the map are we again? Okay, so now we're here. This was the child, and those people don't count. There's a lot of space out here. Okay.
Maria.
Oh god. They don't count, even if they look employed. They don't count, because they don't have names. I mean, like, if you think about it, you can't really get on the census if you don't have a name, right? That's an important feature, required for, like, data collection. Okay, now we're in, like, hometowns. Genona, what's your deal? It's great to see more people becoming interested in forced perspectives. Come across a lot of them while exploring Wishfield. Coming up with photographic themes is important. Capturing those moments with the camera is the most challenging part. So you're a photographer. Again, is that a hobby or a job? You look like... hard to say. I'm calling you unemployed. I'm sorry. Or you're happy. You seem happy, so maybe it's not that big a deal. Italo and Jane? You two are stylists. I know that. Can you make your Pokemon battle their Pokemon? Unfortunately not. Italo, you are employed. You are a professional photographer. And I guess Jane, that makes you a model? Or are you just doing this for fun? I think you're just doing this for fun and you've hired Italo, or he's doing you a favor. I just noticed the little teddy bear on your shoulder. Yeah, it's my little guy. There he is. Jane, not applicable. That's the kindest I can be to you. Let's make sure this is marked on the map. So you two are here. And this other one was like there, right? Am I right about that? Where did we come? Oh no, she was here. Okay. You three do not count. Should I still be, like, collecting them for... Fuck. Should I still have been collecting them for... What the fuck? Photographers and models would be, like, the most common jobs in the world. You know, you've convinced me to make Jane employed. But also it feels like you wouldn't be able to make money as a model or a photographer, because... Or as a model, at least, because everyone's a model. I don't want to get sidetracked, but this is a... Fuck... Huh? I think this is an event going on. Okay. I guess we're taking a photo. Should I have posed? Should I have tried harder? This is definitely not part of the quest, or the, Is the panda employed? Panda does not count because he's only visiting from Linlong, I believe. He's not native to this region. I haven't been reading what he was saying. Sounds like he also got transported to Mirrorland. Okay, yeah. Okay, so he's a magical panda that was stranded here. I guess he lives here now? I'm not gonna count him, and we'll come back. Well, if he's here in like a month, then we'll talk.
Do tell, sir.
It's a Ziggy.
A Ziggy?
That reference that wit, I'd recognize it anywhere. Some charlatan has stolen a Ziggy and passed it off as his own. I can prove it.
You ripped off a Ziggy?
It must have seeped into my subconscious. Putty as Ziggy bed sheets.
Noma, Dominic,
Did you read the comment?
Dorsey.
Oh, I see Ziggy's back at the complaint department.
Dang.
The New Yorker is stealing my ideas.
When I was trapped in the dungeon, I think you count as being on medical leave. Hold on, I didn't read what you said. When I was trapped in the dungeon, I made countless wishes to go home. My family is finally reunited after 15 years. I missed a lot, but what's important is that the people who matter are still here. I'm gonna allow you to be on medical leave. That's fine. You're not applicable. You are temporarily or permanently disabled. I can't believe Dominic has been in the Wishing Woods for the past 15 years. Thank you for bringing me back. He used to chase Ever's image in my mind, practicing with the golden daisies, and trying countless competitions. Oh, he founded a stylist group, I guess? She's an adult because she's well past 15, I guess. We'll call her employed. Or at the not applicable, but we'll call her employed. Noma, what's your deal? I didn't think I'd live to see Dominic return. God damn. Feels like a dream to see these two siblings having fun together. It's as if they grew up while I was asleep, not that we were apart for 15 years. Not applicable, you have retired. Is what I'll say. Noma probably retired. Yeah, we can agree with that. I think mark this on the map. Oops. How did I do that? Oh, I picked the wrong pen is how. Bam. There they are. We're not counting the panda. Also, I don't think we should count these people over here who are talking about the panda. Because they're only here for the quest. You two don't count. Oh god, there's so many people around here. You two, you don't count. You don't count. The house with this portal doesn't count right now. You don't count. Like your outfit though, that's cool. You three don't count. You two don't count. There's a lot of people here that do not count. This is like the population of the city. Am I gonna have to come back? We'll just not count them for now and we'll come back later. And maybe it'll still be representative. This is, this could be more rigorous. Big sheeps, hell yeah. They don't count. Soretti? Oh, I just met you again. We already got you. You moved. Please give me the thing. Thank you for more patterns though, I appreciate that. Cool, awesome. I just met you and this is crazy. You don't count. No one around here counts. You two don't count. Can I go in this building? No. You two count. What the? There's so many things I don't understand. Okay, Salai. Can't thank you enough. You helped. Oops, that's not your name. Salai. Can't thank you enough. You helped wake Dorsey up and rescue Dominic. Freeney and I had lost all hope of seeing him again. What do you have to say? Here are the materials you're okay. You're also part of that other club, I guess. You know what? I'm calling you employed. You also bribed me, and that's good enough. Farini, what are you up to? No, I talked to you. Stop it. Little guy is making some noises out there. After seeing your styling, I now have a deeper understanding of Daisy's resilience. Even the softest flower stem can endure a storm. Styling will take root like a daisy growing ever toward the sun. Even if Adarina from the MD Scissors comes to challenge me, I won't back down. I'll stand my ground.
Here's to the lady.
I don't know if that's employed, but I'll give it to you. Also, no, that's fine. Where are we? We have moved. Where are we? Oh, I see where we are. Okay, we're here. And these two are like here, I think. Doing our calisthenics. Does Nikki World have cop? Yes, it does. They're probably storms strong enough and flower stems soft enough that the flowers do in fact not make it. Also true. Let's go back to the game. I'm kind of losing track of where we've been. Okay, we went through this entire patch. There's no one employed. Ramon, what are you up to? You're one of the cultists for the Sovereign of Cool. Is that a job? I think in your case it's not. Little guy is belting out there. No one else here. We're on the map. We are here. You are there. There's a bunch of people there. Okay. This is a fairy. Okay, yeah. Here's a cop. You count. You are a guard. I am gonna start switching up my colors. We're gonna do red. Oh, this is gonna be confusing. Red will be anybody. Blue will be unnamed. I guess. You three are unnamed. You two unnamed. You are unnamed, but certainly employed. And that's cool of you. And then there's Angelo. I think you're employed. Yeah. It seems like it. What the? Okay. Let's get the ground floor before we go up. You two don't count. You don't count. You four don't count, but that is one employed lady. And down here, you are employed. David. Easily employed. Okay, now we can go upstairs. Guy with newspaper, clearly a spy. That's a good point. Oh, and then there's people over here. Libro, you're employed. This lady next to you, however, does not count. Okay. Got you two. And then we'll go up the stairs. You have gloves on and count. Oh, the lights are coming on. That means... it's daytime again. So that was this guy. And then there's 3 people here. And then... Carnia, I think you're employed. And then father and child. Woman. Oh, I forgot David. I forgot to mark David. He's here. 3 unnamed people. Oops. These 2 unnamed people. Nimble Elder. I think he's still employed. He could retire any day now. And then Frail Youth. I was gonna say he was employed, but... if he's frail, is he just weak in comparison? He looks employed to me. We're calling it... well, no. Not applicable. He's on disability. Okay, that's everyone here. Boop. I feel like we're getting a little out of Florawish, so let's go up to this next area. Momo? Hold on, Momo. You need to get in costume. Thank you. This is employment right there. This matches me better though. There's no one out here. No one back here. I believe we can go in here. There's a cat. That's cool. Alea, how are you doing? You're employed as hell. I don't even need to talk to you. You are employed, you work with the mayor, and that's fine. Ihene? What's your deal? Skipped work to attend- oh, I skipped work. You might not be employed for long, but you are employed. So, that's you and you. Oh wait, I used the wrong color, hold on. I really should have just color-coded the map. That's an employed guard. I don't know how to mark him, we'll do this. I don't know if I can go in that way. You're employed. That's some sweeping right there. Unnamed gardener. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna change this up. Okay, so now we have a key. If you're unnamed, but you have a job, we're gonna give you the cyan. Unnamed employed. If you are named, it's gonna get confusing because this is gonna be named employed. This is unnamed unemployed. This pink here, named unemployed. And then we'll use yellow and green for unnamed NA and named NA. I don't like the colors of that, but it does... I kind of want to start over. I don't love the colors of that, but it does make this a little easier. So we're gonna call you... We have to change this now to pink or cyan. This one here. This one's cyan. And okay, so this one was Nimble Elder. Oh my god. I ignored so many people. That's... So we had the child, kid, and then the elderly guy. I'm gonna have to do the map over if I want to do the map. Is what's happening here. Is that super annoying? We did a lot of people. But we've already made all the terminations. You know what, map I'll do on my own time. I guess. And we'll just remember that before this point, map didn't count. So you are unnamed but employed. So you get this color. Where else are we headed? You are Toscani. We'll call you employed. You gotta... Or... I don't know. I know a lot of camera people around here. What do you got going on? I think this is like the head of camera people, so I'm calling it employed. You two... We're gonna call you unnamed but employed because you are in the mayor's office, and that's cool. Toscani was here, I think. Grace. Everyone in here is employed. I'm not even entertaining otherwise. You are employed. Why did I talk to you? I know what your deal is. Grace. Unnamed mayors. No one? What's your deal? You're employed, I don't even know. What about you? You're talking to her. Okay, what's good? What? Oh, okay. I have to feed the cats. You're fine. This old woman, I don't know about you. Yeah, I guess you don't have a name, so we won't count you for now, I guess. Dupe. Dupe. Can I go in there? No. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. What time are we at? Oh, it's almost 2 hours. Might be time to call it. You're guarding out here. Were you here before? Doesn't matter, I guess. My spreadsheet, I have misspelled adult so many ways. Albert, what's your deal? You seem retired. Yeah, no, you want to get married to a statue. That's not cool. I'll let you be NA. So I think for the last few minutes, maybe what we should do is, try to get some statistics out of this. Let me get my map really quick. You're here. So let me do this really quick. Get a sum really quick. I have to clean up the spreadsheet. That sucks. Imagining a video game that only the stuff that AnyAustin is into. There are people, some people are employed, there's infrastructure, rivers, there's many locations of no interest. Yeah, the thing about his content is like, it has to be balanced so that the interesting things are, or the uninteresting things have to come out of there being a lot of interesting things, right? Doctor the statistician. Maybe in another life. A doodle, autul, adult. Let me... I'm cleaning up our data. I apologize. Should I bring this onto the screen? Is that interesting? It's just copying and pasting right now. Unemployed. Copying. I really misspelled some stuff here. That's fun. Ah! Sorry. Let me bring over what I'm doing. That's better than not doing that, I guess. Ah. Ah. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So this needs some cleanup. But we're working on it. So let me just make sure these are all identical. Employed, 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 employed. Employed, employed, employed. I'm starting to read employed like Samoyed, like the kind of dog. Is that how you say that? Or is it Samoyed? And I just assumed incorrectly the first time. You go there. Okay, so now I get to show off my spreadsheet wizarding skills a little bit. We want or unique of shit. Unique of C to C, C to shining C, which is those three. And we want, oh my god, Albert just disappeared. Samoyed. Okay, so that works. And then we want count. Oh, and then I'm like hitting Alt Tab and it's fucked up. And then we also want total. Fuck. Total. And count. I forgot how to do count. Count of. How does count work? Count C to 113. If employed. And then we also want that. And, well, hold on. I'm so sorry. My brain is not together today. The only, like, goal I have for stream is just don't stop talking. And I hope it's working. Instead of this, we should make it this. And then we can drag this down. And then we can say sum is this. And then we can do percentages. So this divided by this. Let's make that non-negotiable. And we do that. And multiply by 100. Or, you know what we do instead is just make it a percentage. There we go. Okay. So we have 60% employed, 24% not applicable, and 15% unemployed from our preliminary data. It's possible that these numbers could, in fact, be unrepresentative. We did ignore many people, and we did go through generally employed areas of the town. But I also feel like we got a pretty decent dose of people just enjoying their day out in public spaces. I can already think of ways to improve how we did this. Maybe the map method is more effective, though it wouldn't have left us with any data this quickly. We would have to have counted everything afterward, perhaps later. What we can also do here is instead of employment, if we make this B to B. Oops, that. And then total. I don't know how there's a non-applicable in the... Oh, because you're Fae. Okay. And then, if we make this B also, and drag that down, then, and make this, negotiable. Why are you a 0? Oh, that's why. Drag it there. Okay. And do that. Okay, cool. And then do that and drag that down. Then we can see also 70% of the population is an adult of working age, 20% is children, 8% elderly. Streams actually practice for the spreadsheet speedrun competition. I would. I think I could do that. I think someone else could do better, but I think I'm up there in the percentile. Again, this data may not be representative. We ignored a lot of people who refused to talk to the bureau representative, and also don't have names in our census data. But we can see we have a healthy workforce, a growing population for the next generation. Elderly may be a sign of a lack of proper care for the elders. An early what's the term I'm looking for? Expected lifespan, average lifespan. But we do also see people visiting from nearby regions. So there's not a tourist economy exactly, but healthy interaction with other communities. And that's good. My brain is so dead and I'm so ready for stream to be over, and I have been. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. This was fun, and I appreciate having a space to fuck around and do nothing in this way. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna go to closing screen. And ice cream. And I'll see you next week. And maybe Dana might stream during the week. Maybe it's a holiday week. So, thank you very much. I'll see you all later. Have fun at your jobs or your unemployment, or your retirement, etc. And have a good time. Bye.